And I like to say that I got my start in politics as the PTA president there at Government Hill Elementary. But the immersion program at that time was under attack because it was relatively new within the school district. Folks thought that it was a little bit too much of an experiment in the Anchorage School District, and they wanted to eliminate the program altogether. Well, what they failed to acknowledge was parents who had actually seen the amazing outcomes from when a child is exposed to more than one language early on in life, how it develops the brain, how it allows them to really have an expanded way of thinking, but also culturally. What my children were exposed to, and believe me, Anchorage, Alaska is a long way from the southern border, but what they grew up with was a connection to Hispanic people that I could never replace. That there is an affinity to a culture that we couldn't introduce at home, and yet the native immersion programs, 20 years later basically, are still struggling to be accepted in our state. Now tell me why that is. We've got Spanish immersion, we've got Japanese, we have German, we have Russian, and yet the native immersion programs, maybe that's a little bit speculative. Excuse me, they were the first languages. As Alaskans, we should all be embracing the opportunity to learn, whether it's Yupik or Athabascan or Yup'yak. Why would we not want to embrace that as Alaskans, to know and better understand who our neighbors are, who our First People are? So this is a fight that I really relish taking on, because only in America are you kind of put down if you have a basis in a second language. Wait a minute, you're supposed to be speaking English. Maybe everybody else should be speaking Inupiaq. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. I'm very committed. And you're right, the House has stepped up a little bit on that too, so we'll work on it.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.